Hello, boys and girls. It is grammar time, and we're going to be talking again about adjectives. Now remember, adjectives are a word that describe a noun. So it tells us about the noun. It can tell us how the noun looks, tastes, feels, smells, sounds, what the size of it is, the shape of it, the color of it, how many of it there are. Okay, so adjectives are words that tell us any of that about a noun. We're going to look at some sentences today and find the adjectives in them, and then you are going to do a worksheet, and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to be looking for the adjectives. All right? So let's read our sentences together, and then we're going to find our adjectives and underline them. Okay? All right, let's start with the one in black, the top one. It says, I took off my wet socks. Make sure you're reading with me. And put them in the tan basket. All right, that was a pretty long sentence. I'm going to give you a hint. There are actually two adjectives in here. So we need to describe, or we need to find the words that describe the nouns and tell us a little bit about them. Let's see. How about the word wet? How about the word wet? That tells us how the socks feel. They feel wet, right? That tells us something about the socks, which are the noun. So wet is an adjective. Good. Now let's see, and put them in the tan basket. Well, I know basket is a noun. Does the word tan tell us about the basket? Yeah, it tells us the color of the basket. So tan is also an adjective. And now let's look at our sentence in blue. Please read it along with me. Can you climb, sight word, can you climb to the top of the high cliff? One more time. Can you climb to the top of the high cliff? What word describes one of the nouns in there? Which word tells us something about one of the nouns? The word high, right? It tells us about the cliff. It tells us something about the cliff that maybe we didn't know. The cliff is high. It is a high cliff. So high is our adjective. High is our adjective. Excellent job, boys and girls. High is our adjective. All right, now I have a couple more sentences for us on the back. Oops. So let's take a look here at these ones. Oops. Need to get the ribbons out of the way. There we go. All right. Now we have one in purple and one in black again. So we're going to read the sentences again, and we're going to find the adjectives, the describing words. All right. Curtis, has U-R, has that bossy R in there. Curtis got 3 stars on his homework. All right, let's read it one more time. Curtis got 3 stars on his homework. Now, there are a couple nouns in here, right? There's Curtis, he's a noun. Stars, that's a thing, so that's a noun. And homework, homework is also a thing, so it's a noun. But there's only one of these nouns that has a word describing it. Let's look at Curtis first. Is there anything describing Curtis? Like, is there a word that comes before Curtis? No. Okay, so there's no adjective by him. All right, how about homework? Homework, there isn't really a word describing the homework, right? Telling us, like, how big it is or what it looks like or things like that. So, not homework. Let's look at stars. Curtis got 3 stars on his homework. The word 3 describes the stars. It tells us how many, which is an adjective. So the word 3 right here is an adjective because it is telling us about stars. It's telling us something about the stars. It tells us how many there are, and a word that tells us how many there are of something can be an adjective. So numbers can be adjectives as well as colors. All right, now let's look at this last one right here. Can you put the blue sheets on the bed? Can you put the blue sheets on the bed? Now, boys and girls, I know that you're home a lot. I hope that you're being very helpful to your parents with any chores, like putting sheets on a bed. I hope you're being very helpful to them. I want to get good reports. Okay? All right. So, There are some nouns again. There's more than one noun. And why don't we look at them, just like we did with this sentence, and figure out which one has an adjective in front of it. So, you, that's a noun, right? You, that's a person, so noun. Put the blue sheets, that's what goes on your bed. That's a thing, so it's a noun. On the bed is also a noun, right? Because it's a thing. Okay, so is there a word here describing you, saying something about you? No. So no adjective there. Let's see, put the blue sheets. Is there a word there that's telling us about the sheets? Yes, the word blue. The word blue describes the sheets. It tells us what color they are. So blue is actually an adjective. Blue is an adjective. And then on the bed, there's no word describing bed. So blue is the only adjective. So our adjectives on this side were 3 and blue, a number and a color. Sometimes we forget that numbers and colors can describe something and are also adjectives. So try to remember that and don't be fooled thinking, oh, it's just a number, it's just a color. It could be an adjective telling you about something as well. Not just a noun, it could be an adjective. All right, so you are going to do a worksheet where you are going to find some adjectives as well. So look for those describing words. If it's helpful, look for the nouns first and see if there's a word that tells you about them.